We're going to be talking about Selena again today. So the last time you saw me, we interviewed the cast of Selena the series, and then the series came out, and everyone had a lot of opinions. And everyone was passionate. Some people liked it, and some people didn't. Regardless of your opinion, it's 25 years later, and we're still talking about her. So my question is, why? Why does our community still react so intensely whenever anything about her comes out? As the super professional chismosa, fangirl, investigator, and journalist that I am, I wanted to find out. So I invited a Selena historian and superfan to help me answer these questions.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Mala Munoz. I'm a podcaster, a writer, and a Selena superfan.
I'm Maria Garcia. I'm the creator and host of Anything for Selena, a podcast by WVUR and Futuro Studios that looks at the life and legacy of Selena, and I am a lifelong devotee of La Reina.
We are all super fans of Selena and everything she has done for us. So none of this is gonna be like hateration because we wish we could have been in the series. I can't dance for shit.
I agree. It's from a place of love for Selena.
What do you think it is about Selena and her legacy that it feels so personal to us?
There are a lot of reasons why the fandom is so protective of her and so defensive. One of those reasons being that she has been dead longer than she was alive. She was like our girl next door. She's our sweetheart, and she was serving looks in a way that we could emulate and look good in, because she wasn't a Kendall Jenner, she was a Selena Quintanilla from Corpus Christi. On a cultural level, the relationship with her dad and with her conservative religious family is something that a lot of us have lived and can identify with.
Yeah, I mean, she was like a true superstar. She just had this presence that comes once in a generation. The way that she presented herself was explicitly Mexican American at a time of assimilation, when assimilation was deeply rewarded in American society. And so, the hoops, the nails, her hair and the texture, it came to represent a sort of ascension without letting go of your roots. That was revolutionary for the time, and it still is.
So now let's talk about the elephant in the room. What did you think about the series?
She was a genius musician and a genius dancer, a genius performer, and it was only after years and hours of rehearsal and practice that she became the artist that she was. I wish that in addition to the many scenes of AB writing songs, they afforded Selena the artist and the ingenue that she was. That same type of screen time and storyline, digging into her own contributions to the music, because the talented vocalist that she was involved in the creation of the music that she sang. I wish that there was more credit given to her as the vocalist and the musician that she was, more credit given to her for the dancer that she was, and for that part of her craft.
AB did really revolutionize the genre. He created this sort of the moment, synthy Tex-Mex that was incredibly innovative for the time. But what brought the songs to life was Selena. She was a masterful dancer and performer that owned the stage in every way. The sort of skill with which she emoted her songs, the musicality where it felt like the song sort of just emanated from her body, because that's how sort of in tune her body was with the rhythm, and she was an artist in her own right. And I wish that would have been unpacked more.
The big argument is we should be grateful that we even have a show, just support it regardless. Why do you think our culture completely just goes to there whenever we have one piece of criticism that is I think legit.
I sort of want to push back on this notion that we have nothing and we'll never have anything ever again. It's so dramatic, dude. Like, first of all, there are other shows. I mean, she had a feature film, a MAC Cosmetics line and a Forever 21 line. We have films and we have television of and about and by Latinx people, right? Could there be more? Do we need more? Is there still a deficit? Yes. But I think that this notion that like it's a barren wasteland and we have absolutely nothing, so we must accept this is a very sort of false notion. Let's be realistic here. When have you ever heard white people tell other white people that they have to support things by white people, that they must like everything, that they're not allowed to criticize? When media criticism is its own genre of writing and journalism in its own right. And I think we need to encourage one another to think critically and engage in dialogue instead of telling one another to shut up and just accept whatever is given to us. But what I think we need more of are news stories. And I love Selena, but the fandom, we've been doing just fine on our own.
Our art deserves critique. You know, it merits critique. Going from this thread of like, okay, yes, Selena's story has been told so many times, and you know, a quarter century later, we're still very compelled to it. But I'm interested in like what that says about how we define Latinidad and what stories and what Latinxes sort of we celebrate and which ones we exclude. You know, I think that Mr. Quintanilla, you know, as he was portrayed in the Selena movie and as he was portrayed in this series, you know, he was an incredibly exacting father, you know, is a product of his time. It's fair to say that fans have a complicated relationship with him. Yeah, I came into this journey as like a lifelong Selena fan, and I had this concern about meeting her dad. You know, I found him really intimidating. And I was surprised to find somebody who was incredibly tender, who was welcoming to me. I think I went into the journey thinking that Selena was herself, this sort of effervescent, joyful, beautiful kind of person in spite of her father. But this journey taught me, you know, that she was the way she is because of her family, because of the love and the sort of togetherness that their family values. I also think that there is obviously a hunger for Selena after a quarter century. Her family like responds to that hunger. Her fandom has taken a life of its own. So the culture feels an ownership for her.
This has been a very spirited, lovely conversation. And I think it's true, right? Like the series deserves spirited debate. Her memory deserves spirited debate. Like it can only be positive to go into the nuances of something like this, I think.
I'm sure they expected it. Like, you know, Selena fans are vocal and we are diehard. Like,
yeah, can we end it with the I can't do it.
Oh my God.
Follow